People are draining weird ways to save money. The lunch deal trick, crick. My buddy came up with a clever way to save money. He suggested to his coworkers that they all go to lunch together at a cafe he picked out. The place had a deal. Buy 5 lunches, get the sixth free. 5 of his colleagues paid for their meals and he ate for free. All it took was rounding up 5 people and walking 10 minutes to the cafe. I think it's pretty smart. A lot of folks use this kind of scheme on a bigger scale, like how most college ski trips are organized. You book through a travel agent who provides a bus, lift tickets, and lodging. Ski resorts often throw in discounts or perks for each new client. For example, a group of 10 might get one free package of extras, so organizers hustle to recruit more people, snag freebies, and bring their friends along. The numlog debate. When my grandpa was still alive, he'd constantly nag my dad about leaving the numlock key on his computer keyboard. He thought it wasted electricity. My dad got fed up, handed him a penny, and said it'd cover the power cost for the numlock for the next 2 years. I think he might have overpaid a little. The bar cheapskate. Back in college, I knew this guy who was a pro at dodging bills. At the start of a night out at the bar, he'd treat everyone to the cheapest beer because it wasn't pricey, and, while everyone was still sober, they remembered his generosity. After that, he wouldn't pay for a thing, sipping drinks on other people's tabs. The worst was when we sat at a table and ordered food. Right before the bill came, he'd pass out, pretending to be too drunk. He'd magically wake up feeling great after we'd all paid and split. He acted so natural that most people didn't catch on except me. I'd think, come on, Jack, really? Why didn't anyone wake him up when he faked sleeping? If he pulled that with my crew, I'd have dumped a bucket of water on him. My friends would have probably bailed and left the bill with the sleeping guy, the Canadian rounding hack. In Canada, we don't have pennies anymore, so store purchases get rounded up or down. For example, if your total is $2.33, it rounds to 2.35. If it's $2.32, it drops to $2.30. If it rounds down, he pays cash. If it rounds up, he uses his card since it charges the exact amount without rounding. He saves a few cents every day. Wouldn't it be easier to just use a card all the time and get one cash back like most banks offer? Dumpster diving at fast food joints. Back in the mid 90 seconds, I worked with a guy who knew how to game fast food places like McDonald's. Back then, they pre-made everything burgers, fries, and kept it under warming lamps. That stuff had a short shelf life, so by evening, anything unsold got tossed. My buddy figured out that the food was thrown out in separate bags, still in its wrappers, not mixed with regular trash. Somehow, he knew what and when they'd ditch, and he'd haul home bags full of Big Macs, fries, you name it. I took his tip once and checked the bakery's dumpster after closing. Sure enough, I found a giant trash bag stuffed with fresh bread. I took it home, froze most of it, and ate free bread for a year. That was my one and only dumpster dive, but it was worth it. Free pizza from the pizzeria. I used to work at a pizza place, and people would order takeout but never show up. If no one claimed it by closing, the staff could take it home. I was in college then, and my roommates would order from my shop on purpose, but never pick it up. I'd bring home free pizza at night. When I worked as a delivery driver for a pie place, the manager gave each driver a free pie after an 8-hour shift. So, about 4 or 5 nights a week, I had pie for dinner, different toppings every time. The thrifty great grandpa. My wife always talks about her great grandpa's thriftiness. He handcrafted most of their furniture in the 90s, still had a black and white TV, and drank a ton of beer. Neighbors got mad because his shed's overhang crossed onto their property, violating their right. To dodge the hassle, this clever old guy filled empty beer cans with homemade concrete. It cost him about $8. The wild part. He had money, lots of it. He was a NASA engineer during the Gemini and Apollo programs. I think he picked up that extreme penny pinching habit at work. He passed before I met my wife, but I'd have loved to chat with him. The single mom savings. I'm 26, a single mom, and this year my kid has toys I pulled from my childhood stash in my parents' attic, a cardboard puppet theater I made, a goldfish as a pet, and a library card. I don't buy books, I borrow them from the library. My grandpa grabs everything he can from restaurants. It's that old school mindset they take whatever's free. The microwave hustle. A guy I know bought a microwave knowing the store had a 90-day warranty. Every 89 days, he returns it, claiming a new issue, usually one he caused himself. His kitchen always has the latest microwave model. He's at the cutting edge of microwave tech. Gas price obsession. Some people will drive around town for half a day hunting for the cheapest gas station. Dude, you burn half a tank to save 3 cents. That's my mom. She'd hit multiple stores for deals. She'd also paid bills at different banks based on the lowest fees. I shop at one grocery store near my house that gives gas discounts at their pumps and do 99% of my banking online. If I had kids, they wouldn't have to endure 6-hour shopping marathons like I did as a kid. Coffee shop leftover. In college, I worked as a barista and we'd toss out tons of pastries, bagels, and sandwiches. The owner was strict. Everything had to be trashed. No taking it home. But nothing stopped us from dumpster diving. We'd set aside stuff we wanted, bag it in small packets, put it in a clean trash bag, drop it in the bin for a second, then pull it out and head home with free food. The one bulb guy. My dad's friend only used one light bulb. If he finished up in the kitchen and went to the living room, he'd unscrew the bulb and take it with him. Another lady I know collects those free ketchup packets from food courts, up to a kilo a day from every fast food joint in town. She fills little bottles and sells them as homemade ketchup to unsuspecting folk. Water conservation tricks. My friend's dad had the family collect water you run in the shower while waiting for it to heat up, then used it to water the lawn. My college roommate charged his laptop battery at the library and used it to power his computer at night. I handled our bills and noticed our electric costs dropped by 8 to 20 bucks a month after he started doing that. Son, membership hack. I go to the gym every other day and shower there, washing my hair to save on hot water and shampoo. It's smart, it saves cash, and forces me to use my gym membership to stay in shape. I hope you're all actually working out and not just showing up to bathe. Some homeless folks somehow get memberships at 24-hour gyms. They've got drinking fountains for fresh water, showers you can use as much as you want, and it's warm. You can find a budget gym with those perks for about 30 bucks a month. Some shelters charge up to 5 bucks a night, so it's a clear win. Ice drinking glasses. Why dad refuses to buy drinking glasses for the kitchen. Instead, he gets the cheapest sauces sold in glass jars. Once the sauce is gone, he washes the jars, peels off the labels, and boom, new glasses for free. The army saver. About 10 years ago, this guy joined our army unit stationed in Germany. He didn't spend a dime of his paycheck while on full government support. He ate only at the military canteen, wore his uniform, even got free socks instead of buying them. We'd invite him to clubs, but he'd only go if someone paid his way. He didn't drink alcohol, just water. After 2 years, when his service ended, he bought a BMW 3 Series in Germany before heading home. Think you're good at saving. This guy could school anyone, the over-ordering admin. An admin in our office always ordered way more food than we needed. Like, she'd get 16 business lunches for 8 of us and take the leftovers home to eat free for days. Our boss didn't check food expenses at first, but when he found out, he chewed her out. She laid low for a while, then tried it again and got fired. Pizza place perks. In high school, I worked at a pizza joint. Thursdays, we cleaned out the fridge because fresh stock came Friday mornings. Anything left onions, tomatoes, meat, sauces, dough had to be trashed. One manager locked up on Thursday nights and instead of tossing it, let us cook whatever we wanted from the leftovers and take it home. After a couple weeks, he asked me to help out Thursdays clean the place, cook what we liked, and head out. I'd bring home about 10 pizzas and share with my mom and sisters. We grew up pretty poor, so pizza was a treat,